Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So in this video, what we're gonna talk about is a couple things, but the two different types of moves in the market that the market has, all right? So I continue to, one thing I'm always trying to do is I'm always trying to just level up my thinking, level up how I see the market, right? And simplify things inside of my mind. And then I try to make things better and simpler for you guys on YouTube, right? So when I'm looking at the market, I'll be like, ooh, this is gonna be good for the channel, right? This is gonna be a good lesson, okay? Because the market can be so complex and confusing. I remember when I was starting to trade, I was like, bro, this shit is confusing sometimes, right? You never know when to get in. You never know when to get out. And there was not videos like these ones that I know I needed. So I'm always trying to bring a simplified version of a concept so that you can get it. And I'm speaking to you guys in the simplest of terms so that we could all get this money together. All right. So nothing that I said in this video is financial advice. If you guys want financial advice, be sure to talk to a licensed financial advisor. All right. So you have two types of moves in the market. Okay. You have a directional move and you have a quick move, okay? Directional and quick, directional and quick. So a directional move, the stock goes, it trends for maybe an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours for the day. A quick move is a scalp trade, couple minutes, right? That's a quick move. But a directional move is, we got a bigger price target here, right? Now, how are you able to see these moves and understand what's what, right? I got you. Now, how do I know that a bigger directional move is about to take place? The way that you know is you got to ask yourself, where are the buyers or the sellers at? If you're looking for a directional move to the upside, you need to find where the buyer's at. If you're looking for a directional move to the downside, you need to figure out where your seller's at. You need to understand that your buyers and your sellers are where the liquidity is at. That's where the orders are at. That is what's going to propel the stock to go in your desired direction, right? Your quick moves are going to be market just opened. You know what I'm saying? We going to fill this gap real quick. That's your quick moves. That's your scalps. Okay? But your directional moves, that's like this stock is going here. It's going to this price target, period. That's your directional moves. So this goes back to, what type of trader are you? Are you a swing trader, a day trader, or a scalp trader? I can't answer that for you, right? Every trader is going to have a different set of skill sets that they need to be master. They need to master and they need to be operating in. If you're a scalp trader, you're going to have less patience, right? You may have a moderate position size. You're going to have a tighter stop loss, right? Day trader, you're going to have like kind of like in the middle. It's like a hybrid between the scalper and a swing trader. You're holding positions longer. Your position size may be a little bit bigger than a scalp trader, right? And your stop loss could be a little bit wider. Now, me personally, y'all know I don't really mess with stop losses like that. I let these trades cook and I let them do what they do, right? Next up, you got your swing trader, okay? Swing trader is going to need to have more patience, Okay, you need patience no matter what you're doing in trading, but swing trader is going to have more patience because you're basing everything off of a bigger time frame. Okay, and then the next thing you need to understand is the smaller the time frame, the shorter the time frame, the less room for error. Okay, the less room for error. The bigger the time frame, the more room for error. Right. So now when we're thinking about directional moves and scout or quick moves, right? We want to say, okay, when you're entering in a trade or you're looking at the charts, you have to ask yourself, this is what I ask myself. Is this a directional move or is this a scalp, a quick move? If it's a quick move, I'm going to be in and out. I'm not really worried about my price target because I know where the stock could go in a short period of time, but I'm not sitting here saying, okay, let me sit back and think about this. Because when you're scalp trading, you don't have time to think about that stuff. You need to know. You need to be able to act fast and you need to be able to act quick. Okay? So you need to know before you get in, is this a scalp trade or not? Don't be trying to hold something all day, but it's a scalp trade because that's how you get absolutely flamed and charbroiled. And you become a charbroiled Charlie, right? And now you mad because you was up 30% and now you down 50%. That's how you become a charbroiled Charlie. We don't become charbroiled Charlies out here. Okay? Now, ask yourself, is this a directional move? If this is a directional move, then we know where the price target is at. Okay? So let's go to the charts and let's look at some directional moves versus some quick moves so that you guys can spot the differences between the two. Okay? So, right here, we got, all right. So this is NVTS, but, well, let's go with NVTS first. So, NVTS, right? Let me break this down. I took this trade this morning, right? We hit him for like 23%. Was in the trade for less than 5 minutes, right? So, as you can see right here, we have the pre-market highs, pre-market, post-market highs, right? Right here. All right, boom. All right, that's the pre-market highs. Now, all right, there we go. So the high of pre-market is actually up here, right? But you got the body of it right here, okay? And then we got the high of post-market is right there, right? So let's mark these two. All right, so right here, right? Boom. Okay, cool. Now, we came up here and then we came down. Perfect. On the 30-minute time frame, we had a bullish 3-bar. And we broke above that bullish 3-bar. Right? We broke above the bullish 3-bar. Perfect. On the 15-minute, we also had a bullish 3-bar. We broke above the bullish 3-bar right there. All right? So I saw this, and I was like, okay, cool. We was like up here. I took entry right here, and I said, I'm going to scalp this real quick. Right? Took entry right here. And I said, I'm going to ride it up to see if we could come in touch up here. Right? Boom, right? It came up here to 1943. Now I took exit like right here, right? So I got a little like 40-cent move or something like that. 60, 70-cent move, something like that, right? When you're looking on the 5-minute, right? I caught this move right here. This is the move that I caught, right? The 3-bar closed on the 5-minute candles, right? So look, we had a Like I say, a 3-bar on the 30-minute. We had a 3-bar on the 15-minute, the first candle, right, on the 15-minute. And then on the 5-minute, when the market was open, right, the market was open on the 5-minute, then we had a 3-bar there, and we had a 3-bar here. So after this 3-bar closed out the first 5 minutes, I was like, cool, right? So I put a little bag in there, right? Threw a little nice little size in here because I was very confident in it. And if you look at the daily time frame, we were already in this crazy uptrend right here, right? So I was pretty bullish on it, right? So I said on the 5-minute, I said, let's see if we could go touch pre-market highs. We got momentum. Boom, right? Took entry right here, exited right here, done, right? 5 minutes, done. All right, 23, 25%, easy money, right? So with that being said, this is a quick move. This is a scalp, okay? This is a scalp. Why is this a scalp? Because it's not a big direction. We had this order block right here. This is the market highs, post-market highs, pre-market highs. Cool, right? Quick move. All right, cool. Now, let's look at more of a directional move, right? We're looking at a directional move. Now, I'm going to go to a bigger time frame, right? When I'm looking at a directional move, what am I looking for? I'm looking for areas of liquidity, right? Areas of liquidity where a stock, where buyers or sellers are sitting at that can push this stock higher, right? I'm looking for areas of liquidity. Notice that anytime you see these areas of liquidity, it sets the stock up to make a directional move where you can hold it longer, right? Area liquidity here, boom. Area liquidity here, boom, right? Area liquidity here is getting ready to go up, right? We got our resistance right here at 277.60, okay? Now this is IWM, right? Area of liquidity down here, boom, right? Runs for days, okay? On a bigger time frame. So if you're trying to scalp, right? You're more likely you're under the 15-minute time frame, right? But if you want those directional moves, you're gonna have to pay attention to a bigger time frame, and you want to find your areas of liquidity, okay? Or you could go on a daily time frame, right? And you could find out your directional moves there, right? For example, look at this. We gapped up, we came down, area of liquidity right here, right? And then boom, it gap down, and then it came up, consolidated, and then it came up some more, right? Area of liquidity, boom. Area of liquidity, boom, right? Where your buyers and your sellers are at, that's going to let you know where to enter and where stocks are going to go, right? Look at this on Robinhood, same thing. Order block, also liquidity, boom, right? They gap up, buyers step in, buyers are there, go up crazier, right? Gap up again, come down, buyers step in, push it up for 3 days straight, right? So understanding a directional move versus a quick move can make you a lot more money, okay? So this is why I say get off the smaller time frames, right? Yeah, you can make fast money and big money with, scalp trading or day trading, right? But you got to know the difference between a quick move and a directional move. A directional move, you're going to have an order block higher, and you're going to know where the stock can go, and you're going to sit in that trade for the next hour, 2 hours, couple days, a week until we hit that, right? But when it comes to a quick move, you're going to be like this, I got to get out, ooh, right? You're going to be jumping around and stuff. So you got to ask yourself, is this a quick move or is this a directional move? A directional move is always going to be backed by liquidity. I hope you didn't miss that. A directional move is going to have liquidity that's going to help propel it into that next level or down into that next level. So until you see buyers or sellers, a big directional move is not going to happen. Because that's what propels a stock to go in a direction. So if you are not using Lux Algo, you need to use Lux Algo. That's just how I feel. Because that's how you can see where the buyers and the sellers are at. All right? So listen, I hope that this video helped you out. I hope that it made sense. All right? Like I always say, man, make sure you get up out your head. Go get into this world because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right? And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right? Y'all have a great day. I'm going to holler at you guys on the next video. All y'all stay smooth, man. Peace.